Why would we only focus on a muscle in the context of rehabilitation and not afterwards? Hey guys, let's talk about adductor training, which pretty much only gets talked about in the context of Copenhagen Holds in programming and in rehabilitation. So we pretty much only talk about adductors when doing Copenhagen Holds, which I would argue is not the best exercise for everybody, especially somebody who's in rehabilitation for their adductors, but also not just rehab exercises. Why would we only focus on a muscle in the context of rehabilitation and not afterwards? We also want to do prehabilitation. We also want to make it strong. We want to integrate it into our regular programming. Adductors are super dynamic muscles. They help us through all kinds of situations in lots of different positions. And so Copenhagen Holds, just a static hold, doesn't really do a whole lot for us. Yes, if you have no other form of adductor training in your strength training routine, that might help you. But let's look at more of a scaled approach, how we can build up adductor strength instead of just jumping right into like a Copenhagen knee hold, for example, for 15 seconds. What else can we adjust? How can we load the adductors more efficiently so that they're also more resilient, so that they're also strong in the long term, and not just focus our adductor training on rehabilitation, but work proactively? First exercise, we're starting off with the low-hanging fruit with the leg raises. You're just activating, lighting up that adductor. If you've never done adduction training before, this is where you're starting. Next step, we're doing active squeezes against the foam roller in 2 different positions. Again, adductors are very dynamic. They help us out in positions we don't even know that they're helping us in. So as soon as this is pain-free and we feel strong in this position, we're going to actually move through that range of motion. So actively pushing against the foam roller, lighting up that core, and then moving in and out with those knees at 90-degree angle as much as we can hold that position. Next, another great one, whether it's for rehabilitation or warm-up or just somebody starting adduction training, you can very easily monitor your load and adjust accordingly here with how far your foot is away from the rig, from your body, how much weight you're holding on just your foot. Similar to the other lying foam roller presses, we're going to do a single leg variation here. So as soon as you're feeling strong, go ahead and sit down. Knees should be about a little above a 90-degree angle. And now we're pushing against that foam roller, raising the knee, holding for a second, and letting it back down. Side lunge variations, lateral lunges, always great. Here I love this one specifically because our lever is so long with, a leg. So we're putting the weight basically on the foot and driving back in. You're going to feel your whole core light up. Super classic lateral lunge variation, but I like to use this one where our feet stay in the same position the whole time so we don't have to adjust as much. And then this one, the burner of all time. You can use a slider for this one if you prefer, or a towel on the floor, or socks. Driving that foot into the floor and pulling it in, you're going to feel those adductors and your whole core really light up, among some other things, glutes, hams, quads, etc. The side plank variations are also super helpful. Again, we can scale like with this version where we're abducting and then, with our leg fully extended as well. The longer the lever, the more difficult it's going to be. And that's the same with Copenhagen's as we progress into that. So here's the abduction, adduction version on the knee. And then as you get really advanced, you're just going to have basically your heel even a little bit further away on the box here, and then you can do abduction, adduction. I hope this video was helpful. I hope you can integrate some of these into your strength training routine, into your weekly training sessions. Give them a try and let me know how it goes.